Here's what nobody tells you about relationship fights. The words you don't say hurt way more than the ones you do. In fact, 67% of couples who break up say it wasn't because they fought too much, but because they never learned how to talk to each other properly. So you think you're a good communicator? Well, if your last relationship argument ended with someone sleeping on the couch or giving the silent treatment, then this video is going to change everything for you. I'm about to show you the exact communication tricks that relationship experts use to turn even the worst fights into deeper connections. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your conversations keep going nowhere and what to do about it. The hidden problem killing your conversations. Let me tell you about Sarah and Mike. They've been together for 3 years, and on paper, they're perfect for each other. But every time they try to talk about something important, it turns into World War III. Sound familiar? Here's what happened last Tuesday. Sarah comes home stressed from work and says, "Mike, we need to talk about money." Mike immediately gets defensive and shoots back, "What did I do wrong now?" Within minutes, they're yelling about everything except money, and Sarah storms off feeling unheard while Mike feels attacked. This exact scene plays out in millions of relationships every single day. And here's the crazy part. Both Sarah and Mike think they're communicating, but they're actually doing the complete opposite.
Why most people are terrible communicators. The truth is, most of us never learned how to communicate properly. We just copy what we saw growing up, and let's be honest, our parents weren't exactly relationship experts either. Dr. John Gottman, who studied over 3,000 couples for 30 years, found something shocking. He could predict with 94% accuracy whether a couple would divorce just by listening to them talk for 5 minutes. 5 minutes! That's how powerful communication patterns are. But here's the good news. Communication is a skill, just like riding a bike or cooking pasta. And once you learn the right way to do it, everything changes. The real reason your partner doesn't listen. Before we fix the problem, we need to understand what's actually happening when couples fight. Most people think it's about the topic, money, chores, in-laws, whatever. But that's not true. Every relationship argument is really about one of 4 things. First, feeling unheard or misunderstood. Second, feeling criticized or attacked. Third, feeling like your partner doesn't care about your feelings. And fourth, feeling like you're not important to them. That's it. Everything else is just surface level stuff. When Sarah said, "We need to talk about money," what Mike heard was, "You're bad with money and I'm about to criticize you," so his brain went into fight or flight mode before the conversation even started.
The communication mistake almost everyone makes. Here's the biggest mistake people make when trying to communicate better. They focus on what they want to say instead of how their partner will hear it. Think about it like this. You're trying to send a text message, but your phone keeps auto-correcting your words to something completely different. Your partner receives a message that says something totally different from what you meant to send. That's what happens in most relationship conversations. Studies show that only 7% of communication is actually the words we use. The other 93% is tone of voice and body language. So you could say, "I love you" in a way that sounds like "I hate your guts" just by changing your tone. The magic formula that changes everything. Now let me show you the exact formula that turns arguments into connection. I call it the HEAR method. Halt before you speak. The first step is the most important one, and it's the hardest. When you feel that urge to defend yourself or prove your point, stop. Take 3 deep breaths, count to 10, do whatever you need to do to get out of reaction mode. Your brain needs about 20 minutes to calm down once it gets triggered. That's not relationship advice, that's neuroscience. When you're triggered, you literally can't think clearly because your logical brain goes offline.
Empathize with their feelings. Step 2 is to put yourself in your partner's shoes. Not to agree with them, but to understand how they're feeling. You can disagree with someone's opinion and still validate their emotions. Instead of saying, "That's not true," or "You're being dramatic," try saying, "I can see why you'd feel that way," or "That sounds really frustrating." Here's what's wild about this. When people feel heard and understood, they naturally calm down. It's like magic, but it's actually just basic human psychology. Acknowledge what they're saying. Step 3 is to repeat back what you heard them say, but in your own words. This sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Most people skip this step because they think they understand, but studies show that we only accurately hear about 25% of what our partner actually says during an argument. So you'd say something like, "So what I'm hearing is that you feel stressed about our spending because you're worried we won't have enough saved for emergencies. Is that right?" Respond, don't react. Step 4 is where you finally get to share your perspective. But notice I said respond, not react. A reaction is emotional and defensive. A response is thoughtful and calm. Start with something like, "I understand why you feel that way. Here's my perspective." Or, "That makes sense. I've been seeing it differently."
The secret language your partner actually speaks. Here's something that will blow your mind. Men and women often speak completely different emotional languages, and most people don't even know it. When women share problems, they're usually looking for emotional support and connection. They want to feel heard and understood. When men share problems, they're usually looking for solutions or advice. So when Sarah talks about being stressed at work, she wants Mike to say, "That sounds really hard. Tell me more." But Mike thinks he's being helpful by saying, "Why don't you just talk to your boss about it?" Neither person is wrong. They're just speaking different languages. The key is to ask what kind of support your partner needs. Do you want me to help you solve this, or do you just want me to listen? This one question can prevent so many unnecessary fights. Here's the game-changer conversation technique that most people have never heard of. It's called the 24-hour rule. When you have something important or potentially sensitive to discuss, you tell your partner, "I have something I'd like to talk about. When would be a good time for you?" This gives both people time to mentally prepare instead of ambushing each other. It also shows respect for your partner's emotional state and schedule. You'd be amazed how much better conversations go when both people are ready to have them. Turning your biggest fight into your biggest breakthrough. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The topics you fight about most are actually your biggest opportunities for connection. Every recurring argument is trying to tell you something important about your relationship. If you keep fighting about chores, it's probably really about feeling appreciated and respected. If you keep fighting about money, it's probably really about security and values. If you keep fighting about time together, it's probably really about feeling loved and prioritized. Once you understand what your fights are really about, you can start having the real conversation instead of just arguing about the surface stuff. The 2 words that end most arguments. Want to know the fastest way to de-escalate almost any argument? 2 simple words. You're right. Not about everything, but find something your partner said that you can genuinely agree with, even if it's just, "You're right, I did raise my voice," or "You're right, this is important to talk about." This completely changes the dynamic from you versus them to both of you versus the problem. And that's when real solutions become possible.
What to do when everything goes wrong? But what happens when you try all this stuff and your partner just doesn't respond well? What if they keep yelling or shut down completely? First, remember that you can only control your own behavior. But here's what's amazing. When you consistently show up differently in conversations, your partner will eventually start to change too. It might take weeks or months, but it works. If your partner is yelling, you can say calmly, "I want to hear what you're saying, but I need you to lower your voice so I can really listen." If they shut down, you can say, "I can see this is hard to talk about. Should we take a break and come back to this later?" The communication skill that saves relationships. Here's the most important thing I want you to remember from this entire video. Good communication isn't about never fighting or disagreeing. It's about fighting in a way that brings you closer together instead of pushing you apart. The strongest couples aren't the ones who never argue. They're the ones who have learned how to argue well. They fight about issues, not about each other's character. They look for solutions, not for someone to blame. Remember Sarah and Mike from the beginning? 3 months after learning these techniques, they had their first productive money conversation ever. They created a budget together, set up automatic savings, and Sarah felt heard while Mike felt respected. The same topics that used to tear them apart became opportunities to understand each other better and work as a team.
Your next step to better communication. Communication is like a muscle. The more you practice these techniques, the stronger you get. Start with just one, maybe the HERE method or the 24-hour rule. Practice it for a week and see what changes. And here's the thing, even if your partner doesn't change right away, you'll still feel better because you'll know you showed up as your best self in the conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to RainWish for more relationship tips, and if this helped you, share it with someone who needs it. Goodbye.